Erik, I guess COVID is sort of just when you think you're out, you're right back in it. How did you learn, and your thoughts on losing Tyler? And is there almost a list of players you have who haven't had it yet, so you sort of know where you stand in the scorecard?
I hate looking at that list for obvious reasons. I mean, we've checked off a lot of people that are on that list. There are some that are not, and it's like, what are you hoping for at this point? That does create some anxiety for those who have not gotten it yet, and hopefully we don't. But we just move forward. This is what this season is about. We're not past it. You just look around the league. You still read, players and personnel and staff that are getting it. And we'll just focus on tonight, who's available, and work on putting together, a game that puts our best foot forward.
Spo, you had the 54 points in the paint the other night, but particularly at the rim, you guys were really good.
Yeah.
What do you like about the way the guys got to it and the success and efficiency there?
No, I think we handled their pressure better as the game went on. Like I said after the game, that they're a unique team, with their size, speed, quickness, versatility. They speed you up. Our spacing was a little bit better, as the game went on. And then we were able to play to our strengths, and we want to be assertive. We want to be able to attack and get into the paint. We had some better plays after we got past that first quarter.
I'm kind of curious that usually by now, midway through a year, you'd have a really good feel for who you are and who you can be. And with everybody in and out all year, the COVID thing that's hit every team.
Yeah.
Do you think you have less of a feel for what you really are just because of all the in-out lineup changes?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bad thing either. We've been so immersed just in the present moment, who's available and what habits are we trying to build. I think we have a pretty good idea, even with all the fluctuations with lineups and rotations, what our identity is on both sides of the floor. We've definitely been establishing some habits, and hopefully we'll continue to do that and improve in the second half of the season. And then that's something we can't control, whether we'll have a defined, specific rotation. But I think it's more important to have the identity and everybody understanding it, what does it look like when we're playing well, and can you do that consistently?
Spo, Gabe Vincent, just the luxury of having him, a guy who, DNPs, then you can put him in the starting lineup, makes big shots for you, but also some of those defensive heady plays down the stretch, the foul on the 2-on-1, some of those plays that he's able to make at this juncture of his career.
Yeah, he's a competitor, and I don't think you can credit him enough and his work with the EG about how much he's had to change his role. Really being a scoring two guard, in the G League and in college, where we wanted to try to help him develop into a combo guard who would be a defensive-minded guy. And he had a lot of those qualities. He takes pride on that side of the floor. He's tough. He can be physical. And then in our system, learning where he can make an impact, defensively. And if you're a combo guard with us, with the type of scores that we have, he's also had to really embrace learning how to be a facilitator and help us get organized and get the ball where it needs to go. I thought he made great strides in that department last year. Actually, both those areas, defensively and as a facilitator. And he played most of the season not fully healthy. And that's the shame of it. I thought he played winning basketball last year, but everybody just looks at how many points you score and what's your field goal percentage, and that did not tell the tale of how much he's improved. And he had a terrific summer and really prepared for this training camp. And I think what we're seeing is the fruits of all that work, behind the scenes, and his confidence has really grown. And he's embraced all of that. That's why we say sometimes that it's not for everybody, because that was a hard task, for him to do that, and he'll continue to improve but he was able to quiet all the noise, and I'm sure there are a lot of people telling him, don't do that. That's ruining your game. You got to be who you are. And he would have been out of the league, or at least not with us. But he has, Miami Heat DNA and those kind of qualities, and that really came out in that fourth quarter, just his competitive spirit.
Coach, when a player gets a triple-double, it really highlights the completeness of their game. And Jimmy's triple-double the other night with all the things he did, and, that the find of Tucker late and all the passes he made and all the plays he made. But to set the franchise record and significantly to tie the franchise record with LeBron, significantly less amount of games. I'm just wondering what his completeness does for you on a nightly basis.
That's pretty amazing. So tied the franchise record for triple doubles.
9 triple doubles with LeBron in like 100. I don't want to. Over 100 fewer games.
Yeah, that's remarkable.